is this beautiful edge that features these large curves hanging off of the work. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the quarter roundel edge. I'll be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. Okay, so for this design, you're actually going to work it lengthwise, meaning we're going to create the width of the edge first, and then we're going to create the length that we want. So we're going to start with row 1 and a slip knot. And for row 1, you want to chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now we're going to do a double crochet into the 6th chain from the hook. So we skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into that 6th chain there. Do a double crochet. And then you chain 2. You're going to skip 3 chains, and into the next we're going to do the following repetition. So we skip 1, 2, 3. Into the next, you want to do 2 treble crochets. So for a treble crochet, you're going to yarn over twice. Then you're going to go into that chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to do that once more. Yarn over twice, into that chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's our 2 treble crochets. Now we're going to chain 3. And into that same chain, you're going to do another 2 treble crochets. So yarn over twice, into the same chain, treble crochet. And once again, yarn over twice, into that same chain, treble crochet. Okay, now we are going to do a chain 2. You're going to skip 2 chains. And be careful when you work these many stitches into one chain, the next one gets kind of like tight. So it's easy to miss that, but that's a chain right there. So you're skipping 1 and 2. You're going to be left with 3 chains, into which you want to do 1 double crochet into each one of them. So skip 2, 1 double crochet into each of the last 3 chains. And that's 2. And that is 3. There we go. This here is the end of row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to start by chaining 3, which counts as a double crochet. And now we're going to flip your work here. So now we're going to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. We're skipping the first one because this chain 3 counts as the double crochet on top of it. Going into the next one with a double crochet. And now into the next stitch, another double crochet. Now we're going to be chaining 2. You want to skip the chain 2 space and the next 2 double crochets. And into the chain 3 space, we're going to work the following combination. So that's going to be the space here between the treble crochets. Around the chain space, you're going to work 2 double crochets. So here's 1 and 2. A chain 3. And into that same space, another 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. And then you chain 10. Chain 10 here. Now we're going to be skipping the treble crochets, chain 2, double crochet, and basically finding this turning chain here. And on top of it, we're going to be doing a single crochet, just on top of the turning chain. Now this here is the end of row 2. Now for row 3, we're going to start with a chain 1. And into the chain 10 space, you're going to be working 18 single crochets. So around the chain space, you just want to do single crochets, and it's going to be a total of 18 of them. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so I just did the 18 single crochets around the chain 10 space. Now we are going to chain 2. You're going to skip 2 double crochets, and into the chain 3 space, you're going to work the following. You're going to do 2 double crochets around the chain space. So that's 1 and 2. Then a chain 3. And then into that same chain space, 2 double crochets. So that's 1 and 2. Now we're going to chain 2. You're going to skip the 2 double crochets and chain 2 space, and then do 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 double crochets. So these stitches here, 1 double crochet into each one of them. And now we have the turning chain here, into which you also want to do a double crochet. So on top of the turning chain, you want to make sure that you don't skip that, and do a double crochet into there as well. This here is the end of row 3. Now for row 4, we're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and flip your work. We're going to be doing 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, making sure you skip the first one. So skip 1 and then 1 double crochet into each of the next 2. Now we're going to chain 2, skip the chain 2 space, and the next 2 double crochets. So into the chain 3 space, work 2 double crochets. So that's 1 and 2. Then a chain 3, and into the same space, 2 double crochets. So that is 1 and 2. Now we're going to be chaining 2. You want to skip 2 double crochets, and then do 1 double crochet into the next chain 2 space. So around the chain space, 1 double crochet. Now we're going to be chaining 1, skipping the next single crochet, and then doing 1 double crochet into the next. So skip a single crochet, into the next a double crochet. And you want to do that 8 more times. So chain 1, skip 1, into the next double crochet. Now 7 more times, chain 1, skip 1, into the next double crochet. You want to do that a total of 9 times. So you'll be left with 9 of these double crochets here with chain 1s in between. I'll do that off camera and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I finished the repetition and I just want to show you here. So again, when you started that double crochet chain 1, you should have a total of 9 of those. Well, you started with a chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. This would be my first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this here is the end of row 4. For row 5, we're going to chain 3. And we're going to do 1 single crochet into the next chain 1 space. So the chain 1 space between the double crochets there, a single crochet. And you're going to do this 8 more times. So chain 3, find the next chain 1 space and single crochet. Chain 3, find the next chain 1 space and single crochet. Basically, we're doing this all the way back. And you're going to have a total of 9 repetitions as well. Chain 1, single crochet, or sorry, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Let me see if I have 9 already. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing 1. Chain 3, single crochet. That's 9 there. Now we are going to chain 2, skip the next double crochet, and then, sorry, we're skipping a lot actually. We're going to be skipping all of this to find the next chain 3 space. So we're skipping all of that, finding the chain 3 space between the double crochets, and into it we're going to be doing 2 double crochets. So here's 1 and 2, a chain 3, and then 2 double crochets into the same space, of course, as we've been doing every single row before, to continue this repetition. Now we are going to chain 2, do 1 double crochet into each of the last 2 double crochets and turning chain. So go to those stitches and do your double crochets, which are a total of 3, the last one going into the turning chain. This here is the end of row 5. For row 6, we're going to start with a chain 3, and it counts as a double crochet. And flip your work. You're going to be doing 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So skipping the first one, and into the next doing a double crochet, and into the next a double crochet. Now we are going to be chaining 2, finding the next chain 3 space between the double crochets here, and around it doing 2 double crochets. So that is 1 and 2, a chain 3, and into that same space 2 double crochets. Then we're going to be chaining 10, so chaining 10, we're going to be skipping the next double crochet, chain 2 space, and the next chain 3 space, and doing 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So essentially you're going to be skipping, so we're skipping all of this, and even this is the first chain 3 space of the, let's call this the curve. So this is the first chain 3 space of the curve, the one between the single crochets. You're skipping that one, and into the second one here, you're going to create that single crochet. So after the chain 10, you're skipping all of that, finding the second chain 3 space between the single crochets, and into it doing a single crochet. And that there is the end of row 6. So moving forward, you're going to repeat row 3 and 6 back and forth until you have the length of the work that you want. However, at the very end, you're only going to repeat, you're going to be ending with row 5. So whenever you've decided, okay, this is, let me see here, this is the top, and then this is the bottom. Whenever you have the length that you want, you're going to stop at row 5. You're not going to do a row 6 because that one would continue, would start the next bit of the edge. So you want to make sure that once you have the length you want, end at row 5, cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. All right, and here we have it. This is a beautiful design. I made 2 more repetitions to have 3 of these kind of dangling curves, and be able to show you a bit of a bigger sample, I guess. But yeah, this is really, really pretty, a bit intricate and open. This would look really nice at the bottom of just like a big piece, maybe something to go over your table runner, curtain, because it's quite wide and a large detail. Super pretty. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.